Idealism prevails. Make the world a better place.
Wir sind heute zu Gast bei Meyhar. Wir nennen ihn auch den Sculptor, den Bildhauer von Damaskus. Meyhar, als ich dich kennengelernt habe, das ist nicht so lange her,
ja,
da hast du nicht Deutsch gesprochen. Also
ja,
was ist passiert?
Ja, eigentlich, ich habe 6 Monate gemacht, ohne Deutsch sprechen oder ohne Kurse. Es war unmöglich zu Deutsch lernen, alleine und ohne Deutschkurs. Ja, so das passt nicht. Ja, das ist ein bisschen schwierig für die Leute zu Deutsch lernen, weil man Grammatik lernen muss und ja,
Aber in
das
6
war die
Monaten,
Problem. Aber ja, dann ich hatte eine Möglichkeit von AMS Sozialamt. Das ist, AMS ist Job
das
aus
Arbeitsmarktservice,
Amt, ja, Arbeitsmarktamt. Und ja, sie haben mir einen Deutschkurs angeboten. Und ja, das war sehr nett und ich habe viel gelernt und ich probiere und ich spreche immer mit meiner Freundin auf Deutsch auch.
Siehst du, dass um dich herum deine syrischen oder afghanischen Bekannten, dass die auch lernen? Also sind viele bereit zu lernen oder eher nicht?
Ich glaube, jetzt, jeder Mann muss Deutsch lernen in
Jede Frau,
Österreich.
jeder Mann,
Jeder Mann, jede Frau, egal so. Flüchtlinge, die fremde Leute auch müssen Deutsch lernen. Das ist gut für Integration, aber auch gut für einen Job finden und ja, viele Guttenheit, oder was ist das?
Möglichkeiten. Ne?
Nicht Möglichkeiten, es ist sehr gut und praktisch.
Praktisch,
Ja.
das ist sehr praktisch.
Ja, genau.
Ist es dir angenehmer, in Deutsch zu bleiben oder wenn wir miteinander reden, ins Englische doch überzugehen, jetzt wenn es ein bisschen ernster wird?
Ja, bitte, wenn
Wenn
das möglich ist,
so
ja,
das ist
super.
So
yeah.
we're gonna switch to English.
And
Yeah.
also my English, sorry for correction,
we're
but also my English is not, is not enough to explore about everything or try to explain.
But my
like
Arabic is non-existent, so I'm really happy that we can try it in English.
Yeah, but it's good that you would understand me, and I hope the people who are hearing us also would understand.
We'll try to be
we
try to be simple with ourselves and with the others.
I hope so.
Listen, the reason why I wanted to speak to you is because people very rarely seem to have the opportunity to really get to know one of those strangers that come to us now. And you're, of course, only one example. You're not speaking for everyone,
yeah, of
but
course.
you can speak for yourself. And I just wanted to ask you to give people an idea of what was your country, Syria, like when you were a kid, when you were growing up, as opposed to now?
What you have asked about, how was my Heimat for me. So, yeah, first of all, when in childhood on this like stage of life, then I think people are not aware enough to know like what's right, what's going on exactly. Like, but I was always influenced by my father, that while he were always trying to teaching us to to treat us well, like to tell us what's wrong, what's right, what's going on here, and he tries to learn us as he was a teacher also in the school, and he has built really a successful generation of students. And yeah, the second is art, what he has also influenced me or inspired me to start looking into myself to bring that to reality. Like, what is art? Like, it's only, as my professor said, it doesn't have meaning if it's not connected to act. It's only 3 letters, but if you would need to define it, you would belong it to act always, like execution. Like, if there's no product, there's no art also. So that's one of the things which I've learned from my father and from my professor and the people who influenced me to start my journey into art and to be an artist. But the fact that I'm not an artist yet.
And when you were in Syria, how was the life? Was it like a life like it is now here in Austria, or what was the country like? Was it a peaceful place? Was it a...
Yeah, actually, it was a very peaceful place. It was really nice, and you know, when there is a peaceful place and a safe place, there is always tourists. There's people who are interested to also to figure out other cultures and tradition. So it was nice, like any country. So I can say now Austria is safe because there is no war. And if you go in any country and there is no war, you will find also the same, like, peaceful situation. The people are living together, are enjoying their life, are trying to reach a better life. But what's the definition of a better life for those different societies or people and cultures? That's how you would define. So for us it was okay, we were living, we were having like the minimum ways of life, but in the other side there was something happening we were not aware of. Like that what was happening is that other countries are growing faster. That starts to bring the problem to our countries. So that's always the question, why these wars are going on. Not why these are happening here and why we are going there, and that's not the question. And the main problem is that there's war. What's the reason of this war? That was about us. We have started this problem.
When you say we, who is we?
We as a society, as citizens.
In Syria?
In Syria, of course. In Syria or in any country which has war. There is some influencers, there is some like other people who have benefits to start wars, but also there is a people who are not aware of what's happening. So that's the problem. That's the main problem. If you are blind, you don't see the way to survive or to get to the reality or to live, to continue, to survive at least. Then these details about, no, you think Russia, no, I think America, no, I think blah, 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 blah. And then media goes this way, we go this way with media. Then media like focused on Aleppo, okay, now Aleppo. But for me, I don't speak about politics like in this way, like in this strict way, and to talk about something like, oh, I think that's right. There's no right and wrong in this situation, what we are living now and what we are suffering from now. There's only this war happening now, and there's reasons, and we were not aware of these reasons to prevent this war to happen. So one of these steps which I have done in my life that was really like, I don't know how to explain it, to explain my feelings about this decision which I've made in my life, and it was really hard for me that I had to leave my family because I have only two options. If I have stayed, I will have had to re-enlist in the army and to start like being involved to kill or whatever, or anyway. For me, blood is not nice. Like in any way. Like if they are killing or theirs and those, and we have to follow those to kill, to fight against those who are killing us, like whatever. Like in general, this word blood is not nice for us, like for human development and life. So that was my decision to leave. My family are dying. I can say that because they are still dying, and I have lost one important part of my family, that was my father. I have missed the opportunity to, I've missed to say goodbye to him, and that was really bad for me. Every day I dream of him, and I see his picture, and I hug him or something, and I start crying. And that was here, like here or in Turkey, since I left Syria, and when I went to Turkey, it was also the same. Like after I fled Syria, he died in 2 months, and that's what happened. I didn't get to say goodbye to him. But the other problem, that he died already, and it's not a problem, and everyone have emotions, and okay, I will feel sad. Okay, that can human endure. But the other thing, that my family, the rest of my family, who didn't get the opportunity to live with me or to survive, they are now dying. Not dying because of war. That's the issue also. They are dying because of the reflection of this war. Like not because of the rockets, or like they are under attack, or like, no, there is nothing there where they are living now. But they are both sick, ill, and they need like at least someone to take care for them, and to help them to get food at least, or to go to doctor with my mother or my sister who has schizophrenia also. So that's what this war have made for us.
You left not alone. You left with other people, or you just left. You walked out of the house and.
No, actually, I was in the hospital when I decided to leave, because I've got the letter from the military. Not the letter, like, but let's see, I have to go to sign the letter from the military. Then in that time, my father was in a hospital, and he had surgery like 2 hours before, and then okay, then you have to decide quickly. So in 2-3 days, then I had to leave in the 3rd day directly from the hospital, and I didn't bring any of my stuff, like just leave.
You just walked away?
Yeah, of course. I had to do this only. Like, okay, I said goodbye to my mother and my sister. And my sister also was tired in that time, like, because of my father was sick also. So I left everything, and okay, now.
Refugee camp.
We want for you to see us, not as thousands of refugees, big, impossible numbers of people, but as us.
My name is Saleh. Okay. Ahmed. Meyhar.
I am Meyhar. I came here with my cousins, Muhammad and Saleh.
Damascus.
But we live from Syria because of we don't need to fight. We don't want to fight, to kill. We are good people. We are not terrorists, as Europe thinks. That's one.
3. Yes. Not just only live in peace. All together. We are all brothers.
We are here now to build a new life in Europe. Not because we want to, But to survive, we had to.
So I decided to go to Europe because I would get this basic help which can give me like a push to start my way through my goals. So that was the purpose from moving to Europe.
And then you organized it, and then you walked and took a bus and
Yeah,
walked
exactly.
and
This story that
Yeah.
everyone knows that, and
Yeah.
I
So
think
you
it's
were
not
one
an
of those
interesting
people who
story.
are walking on
Yeah.
the motorway, and then you
We have a
know,
hard journey. It was long and scary, and we survived, and we were the lucky ones, and we still, me and my cousins, Muhammad and Saleh.
We will make a jump now to the time when you arrived in Vienna, in Austria. Initially, how was your reception? What was that first experience of, oh, okay, I'm now in Österreich. Jetzt bin ich in Österreich und
Ja,
das sind die
genau.
Österreicher. Und what was that first interaction for you?
It was a weird feeling that what I'm doing here actually. So in like moment to other moment, I just like it comes to mind that to think about, okay, what I'm doing here, why I'm here. Like I already planned everything and I came to here, but it wasn't like this when I was in Syria, for example. I have planned everything next to this disaster. Then it comes this impression, like, what is this country for me? What is this society? What does it mean for me? Like, I need to get to know now these mysterious things for me. Like, to get into the society, to get to know how they behave to each other, these details, like how to hail someone, how to greet someone, like, how are you? I don't know if you, like, it, because it's not totally, but let's say there is so many differences in like these details of cultural things and traditional things, which is really interesting, but also it's not so hard to get into it. You would need just to try.
And have people been generally welcoming? Because we have this big discussion now about the Willkommenskultur. Yeah. And of course, you know, for us, people like us, it's pretty natural. Somebody comes, you say Willkommen, and that's it. But how was the Willkommenskultur for you?
Yeah, actually, my experience in this was different than others. Because I believe that when you are seeking something, you will get it, definitely. So I was looking for this, looking to get into this society, to integrate with others, but not integrate the right word for this, but like to share life with those people. The only problem was the language, like how to understand them. My English like helped me a bit to talk to the people, to get to know them, to have friends here, like to ask these questions about these mysterious information on things about culture and these things, and about the history from this city, for example, the other city, and like that's really an interesting topic to educate yourself about. And the other things, which is about the most important thing also, is that to learn about the law and the rules and what you should not do.
Do you around you see in the Syrian community or in the refugee community, do you feel that there's a majority of people who see it like you, or are there also a lot of people who say, I don't want to, you know, I just want to get some help, but I don't want to be part of this?
I can say, like, in my opinion, there are so many people because of they are a bit lazy to get into it, so they need a push to start, but they will do it. Like, I think no one don't like to learn or to find out these mysterious things.
The relationship between men and women here in this society is also not ideal, but people think that they are pretty equal and they're treating each other equally, and they were very and are very upset that apparently Muslims have this strange behavior that when they see a woman they have to jump at her and touch her, and you know there were many crazy cases. Oftentimes when one looked more closely it was not quite so clear, but I mean, number one, is it true that in your belief system the woman has a more inferior role? And second, how do you feel as a man, a Muslim who walks on the street every day and gets confronted with the behavior of other Muslims?
Yeah, good question. Actually, I was willing to talk about it also, because also it's an interesting topic to talk about, and that's my, let's say, my interesting theory to find a solution for that also, like how we would fix it. So, woman in our religion is an important part also of the Holy Book. There is a special verse in the Holy Book about women, but it's mostly about how to treat them, not how they should behave to you or like how you can use them.
So it's from a male perspective.
Mostly, let's say, from what is their rights. Like, what's the woman's rights? First of all, you have to give them their rights. You have to be nice to them. You have to do this and this and this and this and this for them. At the end, they have to do this and this and this, and they have to follow somehow. They have to be nice, and this kind of rules, and it's somehow strict rules for women, but if you look through the other side, which is mostly talking about the woman rights, you would see, okay, there's like, let's say 70% which is talking about the woman rights, and there is 30% which is talking about the woman duties or like whatever. So
you realize, of course, that it is an issue when you read the newspapers. Practically, how would you suggest that we go about solving this issue?
Actually, there should be, from both sides, a connection or an access point to solve this problem, which is about, we call it, or they call it, integration problems, like with Muslims, but I don't see it a problem. I see it mostly an issue.
What are the practical steps we take to educate young men towards a positive behavior? You say go back to the Quran, read that, that's one thing, but how should we behave towards those young men?
So first of all, what the government is doing at the moment, or like since that time, so they are concentrating on making German courses for each individual, and to use this tool to integrate them. First tool, the most important tool. And that's a great job. And I think that's the beginning. That should be the beginning. Like, first of all, you need to understand each other, and then you teach them the rules. You teach us the rules. And then, okay, if I would behave badly or nicely, so whatever, then I will go on into the law, not against.
Right, and then it's a transgression.
So there's a different perspectives. There's an individually issues. So there will be people who will behave badly and they will go against the law, and there will be people who will, okay, I know now, and then I will go this way. I respect these people and this law, so I will take it.
Everyone is saying we have to end the conflict in Syria, and then, of course, everyone who is from Syria and Afghanistan, whatever, they all go back home again. Is that going to happen?
Actually, I'm a practical person, in my opinion also. So I would say, as I see at the moment what's going on or whatever, like about this war, the Russian, no one knows anything. Like maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, whatever. Like you can't live temporary. When my country are safe, then I will go back immediately, of course. Then I can't plan this and I can't say anything about it at the moment. But for me, now I build my plans as like a serious plan. Like what I need for to reach my goals, that's my plans.
Ja, herzlichen Dank fürs Zuschauen, fürs Dabeisein. Ich habe eine Menge, das ich nach Hause nehme und über das ich mir Gedanken machen werde, vielleicht ihr auch. Und wenn es jemand im Detail interessiert, was Meyhar macht, was wir so im Allgemeinen machen, dann bitte meldet euch doch. Wir werden uns bemühen, die Fragen, die kommen, zu beantworten. Und vielleicht sehen wir uns ein nächstes Mal bei einem anderen Thema und bei jemand anderen zu Gast. Also alles Liebe und
Gerne.
Inshallah.